Right, David, it's good to see you again. It's been almost a year since you were last on the podcast. What's happening?
It's good to see you too, pal. Just been grinding away. Proper training for the British Stunt Register now, so I've got my routine down to an absolute T, which is great. I can feel the momentum, as I've said in the previous 2 podcasts. So my routine's literally wake up in the morning, usually 8 AM, a wee yoga routine, stretch, drink water, get the sunlight in the eyes. Dr. Andrew Huberman, some of your viewers might know who he is. He says to reset your, I forget the name of it, but day and night cycle hormonal rhythm. Sunlight in the eyes straight away is great. Then, as I say, drink water, some morning affirmations. I high five myself in the mirror. Just do all the wee tips and tricks to try and make myself as mentally strong as possible, and it works. I'll drink a black coffee, I'll shower into a cold shower, meditate, setting the goals for the day, eat breakfast, get ready, run to work, run to train, run home, stretch, shower, eat, sleep, repeat. So I'm sure I've said that in previous podcasts as well, but just now I'm doing jiu-jitsu at the grip house like 5 days a week. Then I'll do strength and conditioning on the Saturdays, and Sunday's supposed to be a rest day, but there seems to be fighting or farm stuff on like every Sunday. This is like 12 weeks I've went for a single day's rest. Not ideal, but it's just the way the cookies crumbled. And I swap out jiu-jitsu sessions for rock climbing sessions while trying to do my driving lessons, because a stuntman that kind of drives is rubbish. And CBT course coming up as well for the motorbike, which I had booked. Then I borrowed all my pals' motorbike equipment. Everything was all set for the next day. I had my motorbike test, and I checked my provisional, and it was 2 days out of date. So I lost like a couple of £100, or it was 185 quid or something, maybe nearly £200 on this motorcycle test, just out of sheer negligence. But I had so much on, I was juggling, cutting about on like 5.5 hours sleep. So I'm in grind mode. From the winter solstice 2024 to the winter solstice 2026 is when I'm trying to do no vices, literally work, train, sleep, repeat. And this is like day 219 of 730 days. And I feel great. There's been no drinking or smoking or vaping or any vices, sunbeds, anything like that. And I feel awesome. The momentum's definitely there. I feel like when you make a game plan, a regimen for yourself, and you stick to it, and you just pray and meditate and have faith, everything else just seems to fall into place. You don't really need to worry about anything else. So things are going great. I've had a bunch of projects since I last seen you. I played Koji, which was like a samurai animation. I done the movements for that. I was like the main movement guy. There was a few other people that sort of chimed in, helped with the movements, but I was the main one. And that just hit like 1 million views on YouTube. So it was my pal Robbie McFadden's first thing. Him, his company Zine, teamed up with Ammonite Productions and some other folk to make this wee animation, and it just went viral on YouTube. So that's great. There's potential some follow-ups for that. I've also started working on my own thing. I don't want to say too much about it just now, but it's about Scottish heritage, and I want to get people excited about being Scottish again. We live in one of the most amazing countries in the world. We've invented like so many things, the majority of things. There's like scrolls of stuff that we've invented that have impacted the world. So I want to get people excited about being Scottish again. So it's like mythical, and there's going to be like proper martial arts involved as well as medieval style. I don't want to say too much just now, but we filmed a wee bit. That clip will be getting released soon. I had like a phenomenal team working on that. That's actually something I've had in my head for a few years now. The idea for it, the blueprint of the idea actually came for it the day after my wee granny's cat passed away. I know that seems like a weird coincidence, but as soon as that happened, that night, this idea came to my head, and it just snowballed from there. I don't know if there's any correlation with that. So that, I've been working on other projects, smaller things, bigger things. I was in a thing with the dude that plays David in Still Game. So I never actually got to meet him, but I'm in a thing with him, and it's called In the Shadow of Distraction. So there was a cool team involved in that, and that'll be getting released soon. I'm excited for that. Got to meet some cool people on the set. We just finished filming a thing called Guts as well. It's my good friend Val's thing that she's making. Super talented individual. She's currently training for the British Stunt Register just now as well. And I done the choreography for that, so that went super smooth. Yeah, I've got a lot of things on the go at the minute. I just recently starred in a movie called Jacob Tyler that's out on Amazon Prime, so I played the main antagonist, the main bad guy to Mitchell Ronald, who you met, he came on. So I was like the main bad guy in his film, and I also done some stunt doubling for him, just because I've got a bit more martial arts experience. But that's awesome, that just gives me a wee confidence boost that, you know, I got to do something that big. And Mitchell himself's a super cool individual, like he's just super focused and determined, and just, you know, believes in himself, which is like the main thing. That's awesome. He just released a thing called Gaff as well. So, I mean, I've seen the premiere for it. It'll probably be getting released soon. That was awesome. Dead Before They Wake just got nominated for Best Thriller on, and that's on Amazon Prime at the minute as well. So, as I say, the momentum's there. Everything's coming together. I'm properly training for the British Stunt Register. I think the last time I spoke to you, I was focusing on trampolining, and now I've realised that's quite hard. I'm going to go for rock climbing first, while I do the jiu-jitsu. So yeah, it's pedal to the metal, hardcore training at the minute. I've got my good friend Jules Wallace, who borrowed me like 3 or 4 grand, or at least a couple of £1,000 worth of rock climbing equipment, which is just incredible. I can't thank him enough. And just there's like 200 people in England who are on the British Stunt Register. There's hundreds of them, but in Scotland there's only a handful of us, and we all sort of help each other to like try and get to the heights. And it's a super talented sort of close knit team we've got here, and it's just beautiful to be a part of. As I said in my last podcast, I've got family in the film industry. When my dad was in like Braveheart and stuff, he was one of the background actors. And my sister actually is involved in film stuff as well. She's a good writer, and she's been filming wee bits and bobs herself, so I expect some awesome stuff from her in the future as well. The whole family seems to be involved. My cousin's working on productions and stuff as well. And yeah, it all seems to be coming together nicely.
So overall then, the past year's been quite successful then?
Quite successful. Again, I think I've not got a life. I've not got a life. I'm literally work, train, sleep, repeat. Like, I don't really go to any social events. I went to my cousin's engagement party, but me and my cousin were like brothers growing up. Do you know what I mean? And I knew I thought I was gonna get announced as the best man, so it's not something I could miss. But we'd actually just lost our wee dog like the night before that, so I just had to put on a face and just thug it out. Like, my wife was just inconsolable because she had that dog, wee Harry, since she was 19, and she's 33 now, so her whole adult life she had that dog, so she was just in bits. Cried for like 3 days straight, so she didn't want to rock up to that party and, you know, just be sitting there crying the whole time, so she didn't rock up to that party for them. She didn't want to ruin the vibe or whatever, so she's been in bits the last few weeks, but she's, you know, slowly but surely she's getting there. Again, sorry, what was the question? It's all come together.
Past year, yeah,
It's been good. As I say, I feel like if you make a game plan for yourself and stick to it, everything else just seems to fall into place. And it helps as well that I've not been going out and getting mad with it and messing my own momentum up. That's made all the difference in the world. Yeah, and I can highly recommend that to anybody who's got any goals. Just write your goals, make a game plan how to get there, and just aim towards it, and everything else will just seem to fall into place. Obviously everything's in God's hands, the universe, whoever. But as long as you're trying your best, your actual best, beautiful things start happening.
And on the last pod you spoke about your kind of goals. Your goals kind of remained the same then? Any new goals that you have, or anything that's changed?
I've had to recalibrate a few times, but the goals themselves remains the same. It's a lot more clearer now. It's get on the British Stunt Register, so there's 6 qualifications I need to pass. Just now, as I say, I'm working on jiu-jitsu and rock climbing. Then once I've passed my rock climbing exam, it'll be trampolining. And and then hopefully by that point I've got my purple belt in jiu-jitsu, so that'll be 3 qualifications passed. Then it'll be, just now the game plan is horse riding, gymnastics and swimming. So that's going to take years and years, but as I say, I'm all in. I literally don't have a life. I'm literally work, train, sleep, repeat. I don't go to any social events. All my friends and family probably think I'm a pure weirdo, but hopefully the fruits of my labour will pay off in the future, and then they'll see. Then they'll see.
Yeah,
don't film me, Courtney. But my motivation, one of my main motivations is I want to be the person people come to. Not as an egotistical thing, but I want to be able to help my family and friends, and want to be the person come to David for any financial help or whatever it is. You know what I mean? I want to get myself to the point where I can help people, and that is, I hope people come to see that instead of just, oh, David's can be bothered with us and he's just off doing his own thing. It's not the case at all. It's actually the opposite. I hope people come to see that.
Anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah. Now this jumper here, my wife found this in a charity shop in the south side. Now there's actually only about 20 of these left in existence, the Grip House south side, and my wife found it in a charity shop, and I live in the south side and I do train in the Grip House, so the chances of her finding this were insane. So when I walked into the Grip House, one of the people that own the Grip House was like, no way, like the chances of you finding it are just insane. So there's all these serendipities and things that are just sort of lining up perfectly, and yeah, everything seems to be coming together lovely. As I say, there's a few sort of trials and tribulations along the way as well, and I feel like if you keep patient, persistent and positive no matter what, it's like God or whoever gifts you with something even bigger at the end of it. So if there's challenges, seeming challenges in your life, if you just keep the head down, keep positive, and show a bit of courage and grace, everything else just seems to fall into place.